Hello, and how are you today? It's Renee, the practical shaman. And I don't know if it's late or if it's on time. It's when you're going with nature's time, it's the time that calls you. And today I'm calling to my July wind from the practice that we do in the Wind Clan, which you please join us over at the Wind Clan. And every month somebody sends home the winds, and then every month somebody calls in the winds, and that's the wind that they're working with. As a group, we made prayer flags at the beginning of the year where we actually picked out a wind that was going to work with us for every month. Now, if you're just joining and this is your first time, you can go over to the Wind Clan join, and up in the pinned post is a wind spinner, and you can pull to a wind that can work with you for this month. I just want to make a little note that a lot of times people say, oh, it's a quality of mystery. Well, in the practice of direct revelation, which the practical shaman, that's what I teach, is actually getting the revelation directly from the wind spirit. And so I'm going to show you, I'm going to call to my wind spirit for the month, but you can call to your own wind spirit. Or if you're not quite ready to go over to the Wind Clan and spin the wind spinner, you can work with the wind that I'm pulling for the month. And that would work just as well, too. The book Winds of Spirit. It's a Hay House Nautilus Gold Award winning book. If you don't have it, I would invite you to order a copy. It's now on Audible, read by Nathan Agan, who did an incredibly beautiful job of reading it. And it's so full of mythology. It would be a great thing to listen to or read with somebody else. My wind for the month is this. I'm not sure if that's in reverse. Is Holle, the Teutonic wind, the mystery. You summon this mysterious benefactor to provide solace when you have lost a loved one. The goddess can bless a birth of an idea, enterprise, or child. Holle comes from the German word kind. This powerful goddess is as mysterious as the bog in northern Germany that is said to be her home. She is linked with many goddesses: Herke, Perka, Wooden, Hulda, Hulda, the Queen of Heaven, and Mother Mary. Although I think that there's another wind spirit a little more connected to Mother Mary, but you'd have to really read the book to find out. And she is she plays a prominent role in German mythology in a lot of the folk tales, the customs, and the taboos. In fact, I was going to visit Holle's Cave the year that COVID hit. And it kind of became a reminder for me that it was the year that I didn't go to Germany, the year that I didn't go to the Passion Play, and which had been, of all things, it had been going on every single year since the Black Plutonic Plague uh, wiped out the community. And I thought that was really an interesting thing in how spirit works, that all of a sudden I didn't go to a play that had marked time since another plague was canceled due to that plague. I don't know. I still haven't figured out the mystery of that. So I'm working with the East this year. So I'm going to look at Holle in the East. And if you're using the book, how it's divided is that you can just open to any chapter in the back, and then even you can open to any of the directions that you feel called to. Now is the time to clean house and get your affairs in order. Take comfort because the feathers from Holle's trembling quilt will provide adequate protection until the time is right to launch your new project. Holle offers a bouquet of flowers and she may reward you. Offer offer Holle a bouquet of flowers and she may reward you. And if she appears as a menacing eastern wind, be forewarned, the test of your humanity is likely. Scrutinize your motives. You must find peace and harmony so you can proceed. Now, there's several other directions in there, and I just posted the Holle on the practicalshaman.com website, so you can go over and read a little bit more about her. Like, this is a personal experience. So what is she teaching me? And it's interesting that she would say to get your house in order. So for me, what's going on right now is I'm working on my new book, and I'm getting my house in order. So I can only write for so many hours a day. But then I've been doing things like revamping my website. All of a sudden, somebody was helping me with some YouTube SEO. And I realized I didn't even have control of my YouTube channel because I hadn't signed in so long that I had to double opt in and all of these things. And so that's like getting your house in order. I want to know what my website's looking at before I, send my book proposal off to the publishers. And so for me, that's what's going on. I look outside and it's a beautiful day and I'm like, wow, I'm inside tending to chores. Well, after this, I will take a little wind walk, but I wanted to call to Holle and I want to show you I don't I don't make a big circumstance out of things. Sometimes I do a little more than others, but when I call to the wind, I get a message, all right, call this month's wind in, send this month's wind home. I really start to trust that it's time to call the wind in. So this is one of the wind whistles. They're available on the Practical Shaman website. I have several other varieties that you can look at. This was the one that I pulled today. And we're going to do some wind breathing. And no matter what, if you just do this breathing with me, you're going to have an experience. And what I do is I call in my breath. I bring my breath home and I bring it in. I look at it, all the places in my body. I do a little introspection to see where I'm holding things. And then I release it down through my coccyx bone, through the center of, my spin axis into the earth. Then on that second wind breath, I call to Hulle. I invite Hulle in to work with me this month to provide me with the lessons that Hulle wants to teach me. And again, I hold that wind, and then when I release it, I release that any expectations that I have of what this month is going to look like. And then on that third wind breath, I bring it in and I hold it again. And then I purposely try to connect with the community of other wind believers so that we support each other in this journey. And that's the process. Good morning, Olga. That's the process. That's how I do it. Other people have different things. They might have a fire ceremony. You can light candles, but I go call the wind and then I see what the wind is going to help me experience through the course of the month. All right, are you with me? Are we going to do a little wind breathing here? So I invite everyone to close your eyes and imagine yourself in the safe bubble of out in nature and breathe into the count of 7. And while you're holding that breath, introspect, look to see if there's any blocks, any obstacles. And then as we breathe out, release them down through the center of your being into the earth, because the earth mother will mulch them. Stay empty. And when you're in that empty place, scan your body again and see if there's any chinks or chunks that still need to be released. And then bring in that next wind breath. And this time, call to your monthly wind. And you can go over to the wind clan and push the wind spinner and grab a wind. I'm working with Halle. And I'm feeling the mystery fill me up. What surprises are in store. And then I'm going to release and ride on the back of Halle. Hi, Sammy. And in my next wind breath in, I'm going to call to the mystery of community. because community is a mystifying thing. And let's call to the mysterious community that supports us and see if we can bring that into form this month. And I'm going to breathe out and connect us throughout. And again, I'm going to scan my body. And I'm going to say thank you to that wind in advance for coming here this month to teach me, to work with me. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, might have joined in, you can read the Practical Shaman. You can open up to a wind that you could work with for a month. And then you can go over to the Wind Clan and get some community support there. Or if you don't have the book and you're not quite sure you're ready to buy it or get the audio version, go over to the Wind Clan and there's a wind spinner pinned to the top of the page, and that can get you started. It's really a simple practice of bringing your breath awareness to work more closely with the winds of spirit each and every day and each and every month, a new wind in your life. So I'm the Renee Baribeau. I'm the Practical Shaman. If you're watching this, please maybe go follow me over on YouTube. I want to start to really build and do some more Facebook Lives and YouTube Lives and really start to get back out into meeting the community. Wonderful. That was wonderful. Thank you, Olga, for joining me here. And for anyone else who's going to watch this later, I really, really honor and appreciate the Wind Clan and all those windies out there. So trust in the wind.